Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the Everton News Daily. It is Tuesday, the 7th of November 2017. Everton still in the hunt for a new manager, it seems. We were told yesterday there were 4 names on the scene. 4 names the club wanted. 1 foreign, 1 was David Unsworth, 1 we thought was Sam Allardyce, and 1 other. It's come quite clear who the 4 names are, and the foreign coach is not who we thought it would be. We thought it was Thomas Tuchel. It is not. It is Diego Simeone, the Atletico Madrid manager. Can't quite wrap my head around those words. That is bold. That is bold. That is big. That is ambitious. That is the man Farhad Moshiri wants. Whether he can get him, that is a completely different story, but that's who he wants. People often talk about Everton and lacking ambition. Well, if Farhad Moshiri is serious about this, he's certainly not lacking ambition. He is going out for one of the best managers in the world, and he's going to try and convince him to come to Everton. There's very, very little chance, 1% chance, that he would get him now, if any. He is contracted to Atletico Madrid till June 2020. But maybe in next summer he could persuade them with a large amount of cash and a large amount of ambition on the pitch. Who knows? But that's who he wants. That's who Farhad Moshiri wants. He wanted Ronald Koeman and got Ronald Koeman. Now he wants Diego Simeone. So we'll have to wait and see. The other candidates are Sam Allardyce, Marco Silva and David Unsworth. Now, obviously there's been a lot of talk about Sam Allardyce in the last few days. He would be, you'd imagine, a short-term answer to Everton's problems, with maybe a big name coming in next summer. Now, whether that big name was Simeone, I don't know, but that's the way the club look like what they're trying to do. Allardyce himself said today he has not spoke to anyone at Everton, contrary to what like the Sky Sports News had said, and a few others. But he said he's not spoken to Everton. Now, he might just be playing coy, he might just be playing clever, he might just be, you know, keeping his cards close to his chest. But he said he hasn't. Now, it's going to be an interesting next few days to see what happens, whether Everton do appoint Sam Allardyce on a short-term deal. We've just seen West Ham appoint David Moyes for 6 months just to basically keep them up. And I think that tells you that there's a lack of top-class managers about at the moment, available, whether they be at a club or not, just available. So it looks like we could be heading for someone like Allardyce in the short term anyway. But we'll have to wait and see. It's unfolding all the time. As I said, Silva is on the list as well. David Unsworth's on the list. Sean Dyche is not apparently on the list, which is a strange one, considering that I think a lot of people thought he'd be a name Everton would go after. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, if Farhad Moshiri does have aspirations of getting a big name in, could that mean David Unsworth could stay for the rest of the season? Would fans prefer David Unsworth to Sam Allardyce? I think a lot of fans are. I think a lot of fans are split. They love the idea of David Unsworth being in charge, but then the realism kicks in, and the fact that, you know, until Sunday it was looking really, really bad. And listen, it's still not looking great. We've won 1 game of football, but I think a lot of people would, although a lot of people are saying I don't want Allardyce at my club and all the rest of it, if he was to keep Everton up this season and then we almost forget about this season and move on to the next one, it might just have to be a small term measure just to get us through, get us over the line for this season and move on. But if that's the way Farhad Moshiri's thinking and going after the big names and wanting the big name, then so be it. You know, there's too many people out there, I think, who don't want to see, you know, we're always criticising, the club's lack of ambition, and then when they show a little bit of ambition, they go, you can't get him. Well, you know, it's up to Farhad Moshiri to sell a project to any potential manager, any big name potential manager. You know, how are you ever going to get them at the club if you're not selling the vision? And if he really is putting his money where his mouth is, and is saying, you know, this will be your salary, you'll be in the Premier League, I'll give you the money to get this player, that player, and the other player, then who knows? I mean, at the moment, it seems like the furthest thing away in the world, but who's to say this man can't pull it off if that's what he really, really wants? That's what he ultimately really wants. So it's going to be interesting. So interesting next week or so, and then, you know, to see what we look at, whether we go long term or short term, and then it'll be interesting after that. So there you have it. And as I said, Silva, Unsworth, they're both in the frame as well. So just watch this space. We'll keep you updated as ever on Toffee TV. Another little piece of news today. Kevin Morales, who was reportedly sent home from training with Morgan Schneiderlin. Now, Morgan Schneiderlin came out yesterday and denied it, said it didn't happen, or certainly didn't happen the way he had been reported. And there's different reports. Some people, they said he was sent home for the lack of effort. I've seen some reports that they were told if they weren't up for it to not bother, so they didn't bother. Some people saying that they weren't taking things seriously and were basically sent away. So there's lots of different ways it's been interpreted. And as I say, Morgan Schneiderlin's had his say on the situation, and today Kevin Morales has had his say on Instagram. He has said, I have to restore the truth after some articles in the medias. I was not excluded of the squad due to the lack of commitment during training. This was a manager decision, and I was frustrated as I'm fully committed in Everton since arriving in 2012, and I can't accept our actual ranking. I apologise to the president and the owner, my teammates, and the manager for not being able to cope at the moment with my frustrations. So Kevin Morales has apologised, but what has he apologised for? Is he just not being able to cope with the situation and therefore has spoke out of turn or acted out of turn? We don't know. Both him and Morgan Schneiderlin have denied how or what has been reported. So what did happen then? Obviously both of them weren't in the squad on Sunday. Both of them didn't take part. So what did happen? I don't know. We'll never know. It might probably be kept in house. But Kevin Morales has certainly apologised for something, but we just don't know what. So yeah, he said he's committed. He just seems to fall out with a lot of people, doesn't he, all the time? Maybe just get his head down and play football instead for once, and maybe, you know, we'll see the true Kevin Morales. Or have we ever seen the true Kevin Morales? I'm not so sure. I don't think we ever have, apart from, you know, maybe his early spell at the club. So anyway, that's done and dusted. I don't know what will happen with that, if it'll continue. Obviously, both players will probably be hoping a new manager is appointed soon, so that can sort of be brushed under the carpet and we get on with things. But let me know your thoughts on the pair. Would you let them back in? Is there a place for them, or would you just think, well, no, sell them in January? Just let them rot and sell them in January. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Simeone. I'm dying to hear people's thoughts on Simeone. Because it's a big one, isn't it? It's a big one. If they're actually trying to get that man, then that's huge news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching Toffee TV. Thank you for watching the Everton News Daily. We'll see you later.